Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 16510 Southeast Gordon Street here in Milwaukee. We're located up on the rooftop. We're going down through a 4-inch ABS vent. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running. We're going to zero out once we get to the bottom of the vent, and the vent does convert over to cast iron pretty quickly after dropping into it, which I kind of expected to see. These cast iron vents usually stay in place for a long time. Usually cast iron holds up for a very long time. At least the really old stuff does. The older the cast iron, the better. It's kind of counterintuitive to what you would think. Alright, just zeroed out. Now we're back into ABS plastic. Right after moving away from the vent, back to cast iron now. I've either got a cobweb on my camera lens or we've got some hot water, possibly a combination of the two. That's why the screen looks the way it does at the moment. We are definitely in concrete pipe now at this point. All right, looks like we've hit the main lateral here. I'm just trying to get these dang cobwebs off my camera lens now. We're gonna go locate here while the line drains out. That looks like the main there at 99 feet. All right, located the camera head. It was a weaker signal, so I'm going to take another locate when I get closer in, but the line does appear to head out front to the main road out front, not to the kind of the driveway area, but anyway. We're going to narrow in on that here in just a minute, but looks like we're going out to the main road here. And this is a video just because of the lighting situation I've got up here. I'm probably going to do some level of review of this video at home. Even shading it with umbrellas right now, I'm still having a hard time getting glare off my screen. So watch for the report. There may be something I mentioned on there that I noticed upon review in proper lighting that's just hard to see right now. It would be more fine detail stuff. Anything big, major that would just immediately cause a flow problem, that kind of stuff I can see. And what we're in right now looks like transite concrete. Now the line's drained out, it's a little easier to see that. Also called asbestos concrete. Rather than having aggregate rock in the mix like your driveway does, for instance, it has asbestos fibers. And generally speaking, the stuff ages better than regular concrete does. Regular concrete becomes extremely rough over time when the exposed aggregate rock shows through. And that on its own will start causing blockages, where transite concrete will remain smooth throughout its entire lifespan up until the day it just falls apart. So it's one of the nice things about it. It tends to hang in there longer, even when it's technically in rough shape. Alrighty. Well, I'll try and visualize. I'm not going to locate every inch of this thing. One, it's just, unless there's problems, that's usually not what I do. But in general, the line is indeed going out the front. Where I was just at right there, lined up pretty nicely. We were in the front yard area. If you turned around and looked back at the home from that position, I was staring back at the front left corner of the home. So depending on how the line turns here, I'll try and visually watch it as we come back in. My assumption from the get-go was that the line exited out the back of the home, right where the doors are here that lead out into the backyard. It's a common configuration for this area of home. A lot of these used to be on septic or cesspool, so it's common that they come out the back or the side and then turn and head to the road rather than going straight out the front. When we get to the cast iron transition, I'll do one last locate just to see where we're at right here. All right, the line is going the direction I thought it was going. So it exits out the, it's kind of the back / side of the house. I'll show it with my camera here in a second. The clean out has been covered over, it looks like. The house has had additions put onto it. I picked that transition up to concrete just outside the foundation of the home. So anyway, I'm going to do some reviewing of the video. It'll, again, mostly be for fine detail stuff. As the line currently sits just from purely a flow standpoint, very nicely flowing sewer line. It's super clean, zero standing water present in the line, functions great. The stuff I'll be looking at is kind of fine detail stuff as it relates to like the pipe joints. Taking a look at those. So, as we're talking just flow here, line flow is great and is functioning properly at this time in that regard. So here's your main vent. There's the backyard area. So from this vent here, it runs straight this direction, right into the backyard. Then once it clears the house, it just starts making its turn to head out into the front yard there.